Great. Hey y'all, Terry, thanks for coming. Laura, hey. Um, First of all, I just want to say thank you. Thank you to Marybeth. Thank you to Anna, who I will introduce to y'all in just a little bit, um, for supporting me and helping me through this. And then for all of you joining, thank you. Thank you for being here, but also thank you for thinking about you. Thank you for thinking about your body and maybe wanting to know more about reconnecting with yourself. Um, so, as you know, down here in New Orleans, we just got through with Mardi Gras. Thank goodness. Today is Ash Wednesday, but it's a time that we're going to celebrate. And to me, I feel like we stay up later than we're used to. We drink a lot, or we eat a lot of king cake, or so I figured that this was a really good, perfect time to bring in a resetting of the gut, resetting of the body, kind of like a detox or a cleanse. And as you know, I'm an Ayurvedic therapist, and I work with the gut, and I work with trying to bring more balance back into the body. And with Ayurveda, we work through um, what foods go well with our body, and we eat with the seasons, and with us all, we get out of balance, we get out of whack so many times, as we'll hear later on from Mary Beth, as we bring in all kinds of foods, either from our farmers markets or through our markets. Even though we wash them and might know where they come from or stuff, we still bring in these toxins into our bodies in all different ways. um, so to be able to release these toxins and to put in these good impurities into our bodies, these good nutrients into our bodies, that is my main goal in life, is to teach others how to do that and create your balance into your life. um, and with living in New Orleans, that is a huge challenge because we don't have 4 seasons. So eating with the seasons, Terry, as you know, is kind of hard to do here. But we still have to regulate it with the foods that we eat. And then we have these Mardi Gras things. But I also thought that being the first day of Lent would be a really great time to bring in a 30-day challenge, a 30-day transformation for the body, to reintroduce these great superfoods and nutrients back into the body. Um, so, with that being said, I want to introduce this cleanse and this detox that I want to bring into um, your life, actually. And when we do a cleanse, or a detox, or we're resetting our gut, we're reconnecting with our bodies, with ourselves. We're trying to release all these harmful substances that we do bring into our body. We use these organic superfoods. We use our beautiful seasonal um, foods to bring this balance back into our daily lives. When we release these toxins, we begin to rediscover this energy within our bodies, and we find this inner wisdom within ourselves, and it brings us more joy. It gives us more energy. We're connecting to ourselves more. We're connecting to other people more, and I notice when I'm out of balance with me and Ayurveda, my skin tends to become dull, and it becomes really, really dry. And I'm like, wait, what do I need to do? So then I have to try to get myself back into balance. And a few years ago, I noticed that my friend from Colorado, Mary Beth, that she had been working with this company, Purium, and starting her own business through Purium. And and I was like, what is this all about? And then she reached out to me, and we started really connecting about with this yummy, delicious superfoods, this nutrients to bring into ourselves. And So I started drinking these wonderful, beautiful superfood shakes. I'm sorry, juices, and then these amino acids that Marybeth is going to describe to y'all. And y'all, within 3 days, I started feeling so much better. I could tell in my energy. My stomach, I wasn't having issues with my belly, in which I'm a Vata, so I have a lot of issues with my belly. So I have to really watch what I eat and everything. But it just made me feel great. And so to bring that into my business, was pretty amazing. So I want to introduce you to Marybeth, who I have known for many, many years, from up in Crested Butte, Colorado. Her mother was one of my yoga instructors there. Her sister is amazing as well. It's kind of like in her whole family. They are these beautiful, nurturing people. So she's been with Purium for a few years, and I've seen her grow through it. And she teaches a lot of regenerative health, and it's amazing. So this is Marybeth Fleming, and she's going to introduce a little bit about Purium and what it does with your body. So thanks, Marybeth, for being here.
Yeah, thank you, Mandy. And thank you to everyone who showed up and who's watching the replay. And I'm so excited that you're launching this program to your community because, I've been in nutrition about 15 years. I'm a certified regenerative detox specialist. And I would say, I've eaten pretty well my entire life. We've always had an organic garden. My sister and my mom had some health concerns starting up around 15 years ago. So we all really dove into natural means for healing, and have learned and experimented and studied many different things. And, I was feeling really good in my life 3 years ago. I was working on a lot of detoxing and eating raw foods and alkaline foods. And it was about 13 months postpartum, though, that I started to find this deeper sense of depletion. Like my energy was low, my hair was falling out, my skin was getting weird rashes. I was super tired. And I'm like, what is going on? Like, I'm in nutrition, I eat really good. What's happening? And this is what led me to really learn more about the gut, and in particular, the toxins that we're exposed to on a daily basis. So I'm not sure if you all are aware of what glyphosate is, but it's something that's really been more predominant in our society around the last 30 years. And it's the number one herbicide in Monsanto's Roundup. And they spray it on all of conventional crops. It's sprayed on our grasses and parks. The last study showed that like 95 to 99% of Americans have glyphosate in their system. And the reason this is so alarming is that the number one thing that it does is disrupt the gut microbiome. So I started researching more of that, and I'm like, wow, there's probably really some imbalance happening in my gut. And even though I'm eating all these good foods, am I absorbing them? And am I getting the right nutrients and minerals and vitamins from these foods? Because of glyphosate and many other agricultural practices, over the last 30 years, it's now deemed that only 1% of American soils are not depleted. So that means 99% of our soils are considered depleted. And if you know much about soil health, our health is dependent on soil health, because our food, if our soils don't have the right minerals and nutrients, then that is not transferring to the food, which is not transferring to us. So I started to unravel this story of like, wow, there's probably some deeper gut microbiome imbalance that I'm dealing with. And then, the food that I'm eating, is it really grown in healthy soils? And so that's when I came across Purium. And I decided to do the 30-day program to really get back in balance. And I will tell you, it was so life-changing for me. Like Mandy, in my first 3 days, I immediately felt the energy. Our company is 100% dedicated to organic farming and replenishing soils and using regenerative farming means so that these products, these nutrients, have the micronutrients, the minerals, the vitamins that our body needs. And so I immediately started to feel that kind of rebuild, but it was really about 2 months of consistently being on this nutrition that I had my like, oh, this is me again. This is how I feel. Like, this is how the energy I remember having as a young kid. And it really hit me that like, wow, I was really pretty depleted and I'm considered healthy. So if I was depleted, how many other people out there must be going through this depletion and they don't even know it? And so that's why I really got on this mission of sharing. And to go to the topic of gut microbiome health, I've learned along my journey that, having a healthy gut is related to so many other things. Like, yes, it affects our physical health, but it also drastically affects our mental health. And, just with what we've all been dealing with in the last couple of years, anxiety is on the rise, depression is on the rise, and 95% of the serotonin and 75% of the dopamine neurotransmitters that create the happiness hormones in our body are created in the gut. And so when your gut is unhealthy, those neurotransmitters aren't firing correctly, and it can really affect your mental stability as well. So one of the products that we're going to be sharing with you guys that's part of this 30-day cleanse that really focuses on gut restoration is called our Biomedic. And this is what pulls the glyphosate out of your system. It's the only product on the market that is certified to do that and has been clinically trialed to remove glyphosate. But at the same time, is it helps rebalance those neurotransmitters. So when the first 3 weeks I was on it, I noticed like some pretty drastic mood shifts, because I've always been one that has dealt with kind of mood issues as a young teen. I had depression, anxiety, a lot of mood swings. And at Biomedic, it was like it was restabilizing my neurotransmitters and reconfiguring things, and my moods were restabilizing. And then after that 3 week period of kind of the ups and downs, I can honestly say my mood has been more stable than it's ever been in my entire life. And that's being a postpartum nursing, pregnant mom, busy mom. And it just really went to show me that how our gut health is so correlated to our mental well-being, to our physical well-being, to our emotional well-being, and why it's so important to ingest foods that are grown in micronutrient dense soils so that we're absorbing these nutrients and that we're really feeding every element of our body as best as we can. So that's a little bit of my story about why this is so impactful and why I'm so excited to share it with you all. And Mandy, I'll let you pass it off to Anna to share her story.
Thank you, Mary Beth. Just amazing, amazing stuff. To learn more and more about this, you just get deeper and deeper into it. And then you start really reconnecting with yourself and be like, oh, wait, that's why I wasn't feeling like that. Just like it changing your mood and stuff. So now I want to introduce Anna Roberts, another Colorado chica, who is just amazing. I met her through the Purium business with Mary Beth, and I've seen her grow through the last couple of years, and she just had a baby as well. And both to see both Mary Beth and Anna bring their children into this, and that is a very important part of our lives, I believe, is to teach our children all of this health as well, and at such an early age. So and Mary Beth just has this beautiful energy about her, and a softness. So Mary Beth is going to talk about some of the products that we have that are so good for us. And excuse me, Anna, thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you, Mandy. So nice being here with all of you. I'll share a little bit of my story. I was a sick young child. Speaking of children, I had asthma, which is an autoimmune disease. And then I started developing other chronic diseases through my adolescence and into my young adulthood, such as frequent yeast infections, UTIs, ear infections, ovarian cysts, all of those just inflammatory diseases in my body. And it wasn't until about 3 years ago where I found relief from this suffering. And that is because I have found this beautiful nutrition. And a lot like Mary Beth, what was lacking in my diet was the nutrients from the soil. I was also on a health kick. I was eating pretty healthy. I was organic, did it all. I didn't think I needed this. Lo and behold, once I started, it was like day 2, I called Mary Beth back and was like, holy moly, this is what I'm supposed to feel like. This is the thriving state that our bodies are meant to feel. We're meant to feel good. So needless to say, here I am 3 years later, sharing it with my passion and just feeling super healthy and thriving. And I did just have a beautiful pregnancy. Healthy baby boy came into this world about a year ago, and I had just a beautiful conception and pregnancy and birth and postpartum. So that's my passion as well, to share my postpartum. like all the benefits it has to do with health. And like Marybeth was saying, the mental aspects of it. A lot of our serotonin and dopamine are produced in the gut. So we need to have that healthy gut biome to really sustain our whole body, and just bring it into that beautiful harmonious state of balance. So there's a lot more I can say about my story, but I'll just keep it short like that. So we'll just go straight into our beautiful products. And I'm going to start with the one that we've already mentioned a little bit, because we did talk about glyphosate and what that is, the leading chemical in Roundup. Unfortunately, it is in most Americans. This chemical is actually banned in a lot of countries. So we got some catching up to do, but until then, we do have a solution, and it's called Biome Medic. And it's in this beautiful compostable packaging. We are going plastic free this year, so I'm really excited about that too. Our environmental ethics in this company is just outstanding. So this is Biomedics. So it looks like this, 2 little capsules, easy peasy, and it reduces about 74% of glyphosate, so that chemical in Roundup. So we get rid of that in our gut, and we're actually able to absorb our aminos, absorb our nutrition, and feel super good. I also suffered from constipation my whole life, and that is absolutely gone. Not TMI, I think it's important to talk about, and I know I'm not the only one out there. So because of this, I notice if I skip a couple of days of it, my whole system just starts to kind of go back. And so it's very important in my life, and so many of my mom's dog. We have a dog product of this as well. It's really cool. And another really awesome aspect about this is it reduces about 74% of the C-reactive protein, which is the protein in our bodies that's creating inflammation. So someone stated us as the inflammation elimination company. And I love that. It's so true. When we get our lymphatic system to flow again, when we get this inflammation out of our body, our lymphatic system, which is basically our garbage disposal of the body, it can start to really move and release all these toxins that are pulling us down away from our thriving state. So from the Biomedic, I'll go into our super aminos, and these are also like capsule forms. They're more of like a tablet form. And the super aminos, like I said, are it's the building block of our bodies, of all of our tissues. We're made out of aminos, basically. And so we talk about protein a lot, but when we take away the structure, the complex structure of protein, we find the aminos underneath it. And our body actually has a really hard time breaking down protein. So we're using all this extra energy to break down this complex structure of protein, when really what our body is seeking in that protein are the aminos inside of it. So these aminos are beautiful. They are 99% bioavailable. So that means they go into our blood in about 23 minutes after taking them. I love taking them in the morning before my yoga practice, because they are not, they do not impact my like stomach at all. They could just go straight to my blood, and I can start burning fat and building muscle right away in the morning. It just gets me going. Sometimes I take some extra as well during the day when I'm like feeling that crash. So going from the aminos, I'll go to the beautiful Power Shake. And our Power Shake is just micro dense nutrition. So I brought my jar of it too, so you can see how beautiful it is. And unlike many shakes and powders that I've experienced personally, this one is alive. We have such beautiful growing practices with our company that we grow everything in regenerative soil. Like Marybeth said, our soil has that rich in the healthy bacteria and fungi that we need to be our full thriving selves. And so with this, it's also wind dehydrated at the farm. I love that part because it stays alive. So when we put water in it, it's like having vine ripened produce right in my cup. All I have to do is add water. And as now a busy mom, like that's even more important to me. So yeah, it has all the healthy fats and strong greens to help us grow. Okay, and then I'm going to move on to the apothecary, and all this is, it's one ingredient. I call it the one ingredient wonder, because all it is organic cherry, tart cherry, and what this does, it helps us get into that REM sleep. So it helps us adjust and fall deep asleep, so that then it aids in the detoxification properties of the liver and kidneys. So it's really helping to support the liver and kidneys while they're detoxing at night, since that's like their time to work. So during the day, we're gently detoxing, we're building, and at night we are aiding that detox property, or the detox function, with this tart cherry. And then the last is a very simple but powerful super cleanser. And what this is our parasite cleanser. It is an Ayurvedic herbal supplement. So it has all the herbs that we need to gently detox the nasty parasites that many of us have, that are sucking energy out of us and we don't even know it. So of course, parasites need that food, and where they find it is from us. So this one is amazing. I've had so many people say, wow, I can't believe, like, I actually saw worms in the toilet, and it's powerful. So all of this is just straight from our earth, and I love that part. There's no type of isolates. So with like different isolates, our body doesn't actually recognize when vitamins and minerals are taken away from their whole food form. So all of this is whole foods, and that way our body sees it and it absorbs it, and it's just cell food that, like I said, just brings us into this beautiful, harmonious state with our body. Back to you, Mandy.
Awesome.
Yeah.
No, go ahead, Marybeth.
Yeah, I was just going to explain how we use them all, unless you want to add in, Mandy.
Oh no, go right ahead. I was actually going to show that right now I'm drinking, we have more products as well, of course, but I'm doing the Aloe Digest right now with the beet juice, because the kiddos and I are about to go for a big run through the park, and to take some of that beet juice and just give me some more energy through it all too. But yeah, thank you, Anna.
Awesome. Well, thanks, Anna, for that great breakdown. And just so you guys get an understanding of like, how do I incorporate this into my life? If I do the 30-day, what does that look like? So the thing I love most about our program is that we're really focused on just adding in good nutrients, like changing your diet, alkalizing your diet more, eating more fresh fruits and veggies is highly recommended, but it's not essential. So you can literally just add this into your lifestyle, add this into your diet, and see the changes happen. So as an example of how I do it, every morning I wake up and I take those plant-based amino acids with some warm lemon water and start alkalizing the body right away, start feeding those building blocks of protein to the body. And then I give myself about 30 minutes to brush my teeth, putz around the house. And then that's when I drink my first power shake. And you can do anywhere from 3 to 5 tablespoons, just add it in water. And I also take 1 biomedic during that time. And then after that, that's when I have my first meal of the day. So we really try to focus on, like Mandy said, seasonal foods, fresh foods. I like to really start my day with fruits and hydration. And then, after, when I get hungry, I'll have a lunch. And then in the afternoon, when I'm feeling that kind of afternoon lag or feeling like I need a snack, that's when I take another round of 5 aminos and another shake and 1 more biomedic. So that's how you add it in. And then you can choose to do 2 meals a day, 3 meals a day, 1 meal a day, whatever your body's needing. This again is not like a calorie counting, a starvation type protocol. It's really a nutrifying protocol where your body, as you're getting these more nutrients, it's going to start stabilizing, and you're going to start being able to listen more when you're really hungry, or if it's just a craving. It's amazing how the body tells us what it really needs once we start giving it the right minerals. So that's how that looks. And then at night, 30 to 60 minutes before bed is when you take the tart cherry. And you'll do that program for your first 10 days to really ease in to introducing these superfoods into your lifestyle, getting in rhythm with it. And then the middle 10 days is when we add in that super cleanser that Anna was talking about, the Ayurvedic herbal blend. And this is really where we're going to get into a deeper gut detoxification of lymphatic congestion, of inflammation, of parasites, molds, yeast, funguses, things that are in our gut that may be overpowering. And you just take 2 of those a day. You can do them in the morning or at night and just add that in. And you do that for 10 days. And then you have 10 days where you're kind of easing off. So your first 20 days is probably when your body starts recalibrating. You start to notice that you're letting go of certain cravings. Maybe you let go of some of the processed foods and the starchy foods, and you're starting to feel really mineralized and hydrated and full and thriving. And so those last 10 days is to really just like integrate the new habits and integrate this lifestyle into your life. And so it's a really fluid, easy protocol. I mean, we do have schedules for, more of like a intermittent fasting, but I personally like to follow that simple schedule, like I told you. And Mandy's actually going to come on and also share with you a bit about like the different recipes she'll be sharing and the different type of daily support she'll be offering as well as you go through this 30 days. So it's a profound experience. It really can be self-guided and self-directed, but we also like to have this built-in support, and that's why Mandy's reaching out to her community to share it. And so, if you have anyone in your life that you feel like this would be really amazing for, and you would like to have an accountability buddy, Mandy will have a recording of this call that you can share with them, because it's really fun to do this with accountability. My first 30-day transformation, I did it with about 6 other people, and it was amazing. We got to share our stories together, and the days that it felt harder, we have had people to reach out to. So it's really one of those, the more the merrier concepts. And I'm sure Mandy would be grateful and happy if you sent her, any referrals, anyone that you think might benefit from this program. Mandy can help them out. So I am just so honored to partner with Mandy, so honored to partner with Anna, and, be on this mission of health and wellness. And I hope that you guys have, if you choose to do the 30-day gut reset with Mandy, I hope you have an amazing experience and really just give it a try. There's no harm in trying anyway. So thanks so much, Mandy, and I'll pass it back to you.
Awesome. Marybeth, thank you. That was amazing. Yeah, so going through this 30-day challenge for me, I was just like, oh my gosh, 30 days. It's so hard. But having that support group that I've noticed really helps. And I think that if we can all just kind of do it together, because there are a lot of questions throughout it all, and so to have that support group and that community, it's really great. And so yeah, so with the local people here, we'll be offering my meal preps along with this journey. And I can get more into that later on with those who are very interested. And it's all going to be organic, local as I can get, foods that I cook and prepare and deliver to you. So let's see. And so I guess we can stay on for a little bit longer to see if anybody has any questions, or wants to just jump right in, and Marybeth and I can show you how to order your first transformational journey. It's a really amazing product. It goes well with Ayurveda. And like we all three said, just within a few days, you start feeling yourself again and coming back into maybe who you got out of balance with, in your life. So thank you all for joining and being here. It means so much. Health and wellness is my number one thing to help teach those out there and our children. It's so important. And to realize what you're putting into your body and your daily habits. And once you get on that routine, like I said before, you just feel better about yourself. You have this glow, this aura about you. You see it in your skin, all around you. And it all starts with inside. It all starts within your gut. Everything does. Everything you put in your food, into your body, that's what's going to make you feel better and better and better. So I want to thank each and every one of you from the bottom of my heart for being here, for listening to yourself, to listening to your body. And reach out and let me know if you have any questions or anything.
Awesome, Mandy. And for those of you that are on the call and those of you watching the replay, I can just go through how to order your 30-day real quick if you want. It's a very simple process. And Mandy actually has a gift code card. So you want to use her gift code card because it'll save you $100. So it basically breaks down to about $11 a day of this amazing organic superfood nutrition. You're going to be getting 60 organic superfood meals. Plus, if you're doing Mandy's local food service as well. And so it's pretty amazing. And so what you're going to do is I put the link in the chat, but for those of you watching the replay, it's www.ultpack.com/be well seasoned. And so Be Well Seasoned is Mandy's gift code card. And I'm going to share my screen real quick so you guys can just see what that looks like. So there it is right there at the top, ultpack/bewellseasoned.com or bewell.com/bewellseasoned. And then you're going to go here. We have a lot of, if you want to learn more about what's inside of it, or, learn a little bit more about this community, read some other testimonials, that is all available to you there. But you basically just go get started today. And the 30-day pack that Mandy is leading with is the Ultimate Lifestyle Transformation. So you just go ahead and you add to cart and you see that you're getting that $100 discount there. And then you can add on, like Mandy said, you might want to reach out to her and ask her if there's certain things that you want to work on within this gut health support. So if you're really wanting, a little bit more energy, this Can't Beat This is amazing. If you're wanting some more immune support, in addition, the immune support is amazing. So there's other things that you can add in if there's specific things that you're wanting to work on, and Mandy can help with that. So personally, I would suggest adding the immune support to the cart. It's whole food, vitamin D, C, A, and zinc. So everything that we really need to really have a thriving immune system, which also starts with our gut. So you can add anything along if you want, and then you just go ahead and hit continue. And this is where it's going to ask you about a smart order. So this is an amazing program that we have with the company. It's really, again, we're called the Transformation Company because we're really focused on helping people have this healthy lifestyle. So it really just starts with 30 days. Your first 30 days is getting in the groove of learning to alkalize the body, detoxify the body, but it takes 90 days to really change a habit. So if you feel this longer term commitment to your health, you can actually just sign up for a smart order right at your checkout. And what that does is it gives you double rewards points so you can save money on future products if you want to order them monthly. It also adds you to our 3 and 3 free program, where if you order, a ULT 3 months in a row, you're going to get the 4th month free of a couple of our products that are on that program. So it's just kind of set in place to help you think long term for yourself, because anytime we're investing in our health, we're investing in our future self. So that's the option to do here. If you're like, wow, this sounds exciting, and yeah, I want to do the 30-day for 60 days, you can add that to your smart order for next month. Or what most of us do after this initial 30-day is maintain with the daily core 4. And this is just a daily maintenance. You take everything once a day, add it into your life. I haven't missed taking the daily core 4 for 3 years because it's impacted my life so much. So again, this is just something you can opt into. If you decide to do it and want to change it or cancel it, you always can, but you can do it right here and right now if you want. So I would subscribe to the daily core 4 personally, and you won't be charged for your smart order right now. It's just setting you up for next month if you decide that you want to continue on. So you'll hit continue. It'll ask you, what date you'd want your smart order for next month. And, I would just pick the 2nd, since today's the 2nd, you'll get it in a month. And then this is where you'll fill out your email address and your shipping address and do that. And then you'll check out. So that's how simple it is. If you have any additional questions about that, just reach out to Mandy, and she will add you to the support group as soon as you order your pack, and you'll get to be connected with her.
Awesome. Thanks, Marybeth. All right, y'all. Well, I guess that might just conclude this. So again, thank you, Marybeth and Anna, for coming out and helping to explain more and more about what Purium is and your stories too. I encourage everyone to really listen to your body, listen to your health. And yeah, if you have any questions, let us know. We're always here to support and be there. So thank you. Have a beautiful day. Shine your light bright. Go out and get some exercise and be out in the sun. And we'll chat soon.